Hey guys, I am back with another process video. So here I have pulled out the options I have for backgrounds. I have one sheet of white cardstock left at this point, and I really wanted to use a pattern paper as a background until I can get more like cardstock. I also have a 4 size cardstock, about 8.5 by 11. So I thought I could use that somehow to bring in the white. So I have this picture printed here, and then I have the that background, the pink one from Simple Stories that was in my kit that I'm using, the summer kit today. And then I thought that layering the white pieces like that would add some texture and also lighten up the page, of course. So now I'm going to go through the paper in my kit and just see if I can add anything behind the photo. So just random little papers. Like first I go through all my scraps, and then I go through the full sheets of paper, just because who knows if I'll be able to use up a piece of paper that's already cut. So here I thought that would look nice, just adding a white piece behind it, and then I had this scrap paper that kind of had the colors, but it was not working. I don't know, I just thought that the green in the photo clashed too much with the pink on the background, and plus I wasn't really feeling it. So I'm going to switch it up in a bit here. But I really tried to stick with it because I wanted to use a pattern paper background, but it was not working. So I'm just trying different pieces of paper here, and it's not working. So there, I even cut that piece. And yeah, then I got rid of the two papers, and I thought maybe I could try a vertical design, or maybe I could piece 12 by 12 paper together and back the whole pink cardstock with white as well. Then I thought I could do something like that. It was just not working. So I'm going to change both the background paper and the picture in a bit. So yeah, I didn't even bother going through 12 by 12 papers. It was just not happening. So here's where I changed the photo, and I thought I could use a photo with this background. But I'm going to kind of go with it for a bit, but that's not going to work either. So this picture here, so that's when I decided I'm just going to use white and be done with it. So I turned over a pattern paper to use it from a paper pad to use the white side for the time being, to see if I liked it before I got the only white piece of cardstock I have left. So then I decided to add those 3 pieces of paper just to add a bit more texture on this tone on tone thing. And when I did that, I remembered the layout I saw by Paige Evans in her flip through of 100 and layouts, and that she did this white on white kind of thing, and I thought I could play on that because I really like how it turned out. And it's not I didn't scrap lift or anything. I just had this idea in my head that she had this white on white look, and I really liked it. So I'm gonna kind of go with it. I am gonna add a lot of pops of color though, because yeah. So I'm adding my photo with a white piece of cardstock with that notebook paper thing as a texture, and then I'm going through my papers and only picking ones that have the background is white and then there's a pattern on them. So that watermelon paper that I matted my photo with there, and also adds a pop of pink. Then I remembered I had this tissue paper in my kit, which is white and brings in a bit of gold, which is a neutral color, and it's metallic, so I can incorporate it in various different forms. So I just folded up the tissue paper and layered it behind there. And at this point, I thought I was going to mat the whole thing on that pink paper as well. That's why it's in behind there. And then I'm going through papers. So this floral piece also has a white background, so I cut a bit of it, and I cut it a bit too small, so I'm just going to cut that piece in half and use the sides. Or maybe not. I just cut another piece. And I made sure that you could only see the pink and the yellow on that paper, because it was a multicolored paper, and I wanted to contain the colors that I was using on here. So one of them is the pink, and then the other just happened to be the yellow because it was on that paper and it kind of matched. So here's where I made the fatal mistake. I forgot that was a pattern paper, and I did mixed media on the back of it. So there went that pattern paper. I'm kind of sad because it's an Amy Tangerine paper and I love Amy Tangerine. But on the other hand, I do have another sheet of it, so I mean that kind of softens the blow. So yeah, I completely forgot that I had a pattern paper under there. Anyway, so this is an Echo Park stencil, and I'm going to just use gesso to apply it on my page because it's white gesso. And that just adds an additional tone-on-tone look and also adds more texture on the background. I'm using gesso just because I don't have modeling paste. Now that I think of it, I could have used white acrylic paint if I could get it open. But at that point, I just went for the gesso immediately. That was my first thought. So the stenciling is not going to be perfect, and there are going to be some gaps on the outer borders or in the center, but I think that just adds interest to the page. So there's that. I fast forwarded and it's all dry now, and then I just added back my layers on there. And now I'm going to kind of start embellishing. So I had these chipboard words which were white, and I knew I had to use at least one of them on here because they were just too perfect not to. So I thought I was good. I'm using the word summer, and then I thought I could do summer memories, but that's not going to work. It was just too big, so I'm just going to stick with summer. That photo, by the way, it looks a bit weird, but I really like I really like the idea of the photo. My sister actually took that. We were mowing the lawn at my grandma's house in Wisconsin, and she has this huge yard, and we were taking turns mowing it. And while it was my turn, and my sister's turn, we kept seeing these like toads jumping around from under the trees when they heard like the lawn mower coming. And then we managed to catch one. And we brought it over so like my grandparents could see it and my little sister could see it and stuff. And we took a bunch of pictures. And I really like how this one turned out that my sister took here. So I thought I would scrapbook it. So while I was blabbing on about the photo, I'm going through all the embellishments that I had and just picked out ones that had a lot of white in them. So first thing I'm going to add is this paper clip. This is a gold paper clip, and I got those at Tiger quite a while ago. And I haven't used them in a long time, and I included them in the kit, and I haven't used them in the kit on another layout and using this kit, so I thought this would be perfect. So I'm just going to add it at the top there. So it kind of looks like it's holding it in photo in place, but it's really not because I'm going to glue it down. And then I'm going to go through the die cuts and find anything that's white, yellow, or pink. And yeah, so I have these 3 die cuts that I might want to use. I'm going to add that floral over there to create a cluster down there, and then I'm going to start gluing all my papers down because I don't want them to move around, and it just gets a lot more difficult when the papers move around. So I'm just going to glue them down to each other since I know that's where they're going to stay at this point. So yeah, now with the magic of video editing, everything is glued down and ready to go. So I'm going to add back in my title and a die cut piece and just start embellishing more. So, and I found this cut apart that was from Dear Lizzie. The die cut piece is also from Dear Lizzie Happy Place. Everything was included in my kit, and I thought it would look nice just kind of layered in behind there. So there's that. And now I'm looking at sticker sheets, and I found this one that has a white base and it has that watermelon piece. It's from the same collection as a watermelon paper. It's from Summer Daydreams by Photoplay, and it was a circle. It was a circle as well, and that floral is kind of a circle. So I'm going to kind of attempt to add circles in various different places now because I kind of like that look on this layout. So there were a couple of circles on the Sunshine and Happiness sticker sheet and on the Photoplay sticker sheet. So I'm going to try creating a cluster up at the top there as well, but I needed something bigger. So I'm looking for circles here in various different places, even outside of my kit, but I'm not going to find any, and I'm going to end up adding a circle die cut up there in just a bit. So I'm just kind of playing around with the circle options that I have. Then I also had this arrow that says fun stuff this way, and that is also from the Summer Daydreams collection by Photoplay from the sticker sheet, and I'm just going to layer it over my title there. And then I decided that I'm going to use this sun up there as a circle element up at the top, and that is from the Dear Lizzie Happy Place collection again. And then I'm also going to add one of those small stickers, the one that says shine down there. Sorry for the lighting there, it went a bit crazy. And I had this chipboard piece that I really wanted to use. It was from it was on the chipboard set for Project Life. I don't remember the name of it, and the colors worked really nicely, and it was white. And looking at it now, it would have looked great under the word summer, but when I was making the layout, I felt that there's a black outline on that piece. I thought it was a bit too distracting, so I didn't end up using it. Maybe I should have, but it's done now, so it's okay. I really like how the layout turned out despite that. So then I had these circle puffy stickers, which I thought would be perfect to go along with the circle theme, and it also adds another different texture, which is needed when there's so much white going on. There's a lot of color as well, but it's mostly white. So I just used a one that was white based and just had pink, and that one has a bit of black, but it's not so distracting. I don't know why. I didn't find that so distracting. And then I also have a couple of brads that I thought I might be able to use because they are circular, but they are not going to work. I couldn't find the place to put them where it didn't look like it was getting too clustered in that area, or too messy, or it looked like I just threw random things on there. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And now I'm going to add a couple of these words. Well, for the time being, I think I'm going to add one, and then remember that I wanted to add a second one. So I'm just going to use one up there at the top that says today, and then I also glue down that sunshine and happiness at that circle die cut piece. And then I'm trying that banner again, but I don't know. The black was too distracting for me at the time. Looking at it through the camera now, I think it would have looked cool, but anyway. And then I'm also going to add another sticker down there. I don't remember what that one says. So yeah. And then I thought I was going to add a couple of these cute little Pink Fresh Studio hearts, but the pink was a bit off, and instead I'm going to add a couple hearts from the Sunshine and Happiness 12x12 sticker sheet here. So I'm going to add two at the top, and I don't think I end up adding one at the bottom. I am gonna add one for the time being, but when I add some other stuff, it's going to go back onto the sticker sheet, I think. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. And then I wanted to add a little bit something extra, so I brought out these sequins. These were not included in my kit. And I just kind of added some on there. So there were some gold hearts in there, and also some yellow sequins. And I just thought they looked really nice on this page. Or maybe I did leave that heart there. I don't know. We will see. And I'm going to use my Zig Writer 2-way glue pen to glue those down. And the last thing I'm going to do is pull out some acrylic ink in white, and that's something new that I bought that I haven't used yet, and I thought it would work perfect for large splatters on this page, and also adds another texture. You'll see that in a bit here. So that is going to complete my layout. Or maybe did I do that on camera? I don't remember if I did the splatters on camera. Yeah, I did. There we go. Sorry, so that's going to complete this layout. I really like how it turned out. I will have pictures over on Instagram if anybody's interested. And thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to check back in tomorrow for another video.